Yo, what's up guys? Coach Nate with another video here for you guys today. Today we're going to talk about why spring is my favorite time of the year to see people ramp up their training, their nutrition, like to get really dialed in on your health and fitness goals. But before we dive into my 3 points plus my bonus point, I just want to say, what I'm not saying is that you shouldn't work on your fitness all year long. I think fitness is a lifelong, all year round pursuit. But I do think just as we have seasons in our own life that don't necessarily correlate with the seasons outside, but we have seasons in our own life. Some seasons are, easier than others for us to dial into our fitness, and some seasons are more difficult, and we're just barely hanging on, and there's seasons everywhere in between. But regardless, I do think fitness is a lifelong, all the time pursuit. So again, I'm not saying spring is the only time you should work on your fitness or be lazy for 9 months out of the year, but let's dial it in for spring. I'm not saying that. You won't like your results if you do that. But what I am saying is that, I think that spring for most of us is a time where you should really be dialing everything in. If you're gonna be aggressive at all during the year, now is the time to do it. And I wanna share 3 main reasons, plus a bonus reason, why spring is my favorite time to see clients, even myself, turn up their focus on their health and fitness during the spring. Number 1, look, I'm gonna start with a shallow reason, but it's still a reason nonetheless that we all care about to varying degrees, which is we wanna look good for summer. You're gonna be walking around in your swimsuit, maybe your shorts, maybe your tank tops, maybe your short sleeve shirts, whatever it is, we're showing a little more skin and we wanna feel good, we wanna feel confident this summer. And so again, you should have been pursuing fitness all of 2023, 2022, and going way on back. But now is a great time to really dial it in, turn it up, really focus on your training, your nutrition, your rest, your recovery, so that you can look as good as you can possibly look for summer. All right, don't hate. All right, we know all of you care about this to some degree. All right, just admit it. You don't have to admit it out loud, but it's the truth. All right, number 2. Maybe a slightly better reason, which is you want to be in shape for your vacations, for your trips that you have planned. Many people vacation in the summer. Many people pack their days with activities in the summer. The days are longer. There's more sunlight. There's more time and opportunity to do things. There's less hecticness in our schedule. There's fewer things on the calendar. And it's a great time to spend time doing the activities that you love, maybe hanging out with family, taking vacations, whatever it is. But if you want to enjoy them as much as you possibly can, if you want to squeeze out every drop of enjoyment from those moments, then you want to be in great shape. I'm not talking about the fact that you need to be in marathon shape to be able to enjoy your days or your vacations, but the difference between you being out of breath, walking up a flight of steps, no judgment, all right? Many of us have been there, but the difference between that and you being in shape and being able to run around and walk around and your grandkids are struggling to keep up with you rather than the other way around, it's going to completely change your experience of those vacations. And it doesn't matter where you are on that fitness spectrum. Maybe you're over here this summer and you dial it in, but you're still a little bit out of breath. That's okay. Just make it a goal for next year. You still have value simply by being you. You're a human made in the image of God. You are of eternal value regardless of what you do. You are a human being, not a human doing. But at the same time, you being healthy, you being fit, you being strong and in shape is gonna make it's gonna make those activities, the vacations, more enjoyable. And who wouldn't wanna enjoy more? One of the things that I say is, I wanna help people get lean, strong, and healthy so they can do the things they love with the people they love. That's the point. And you can look good doing it, right? Back to point 1. We all wanna look good. But more importantly than that, we get to enjoy the things we love, the activities we like doing with the people that we love, okay? So if you wanna enjoy life to the max, I think you gotta be in at least a decent level of shape, all right? Now the last reason, before my bonus reason, the 3rd reason that I think spring is the best time to really dial things in is that this is truly like the new year, okay? If you look at what happens in the calendar, spring is when things start to bud, they start to bloom, they start to grow, and we see that. We see, life coming back to our grass is looking more alive, our trees are looking more alive, leaves are coming back, right? Things start to look more beautiful. They're young and they're fresh and they're beautiful in the spring. And then summer, they're beautiful, but it's hot, right? It's hot. It endures difficulties in the summer, and then the fall, there's a letting go process. you have to let go. You can't just like grow, accumulate, make progress, and never have to dial it back. You got to grow and refine. And I think that growth happens in our lives in a similar way. So that's the fall. You start letting go of things. And then winter, there's a season of dead time. Like it's dead. And maybe there's something beautiful about that, but it's not as pretty as spring or as summer. But you have to go through that. It's necessary so that like that plant, that grass, that tree, whatever it is, can look more beautiful the next spring, the next summer. And I think our lives work the same way. We work on cycles, but I think they should constantly be getting better. But there's waves to this, okay? And I think that, like I said at the beginning of the video, oftentimes, like the seasons in our life don't always correlate exactly to the seasons outside with nature. But at the same time, many times they do. I think all of us can admit, it gets a little bit warmer. We get a little more sunshine. The days are a little bit longer. We, things are looking a little more beautiful. I think there's just a renewed hope and energy that we feel in the spring. And so, I think the fitness industry, I don't even know really where the origins of this, where this originates. But I think the fitness industry is really, tapped into like, January, new year, new you. And look, that is a great time, right? I'm not saying it's not a great time. And if that's a great time for you, yeah, dial it in. And remember, fitness isn't all the time, all year round pursuits. But I think for many people, like, yeah, the holidays are over. People feel this pressure to create New Year's resolutions. I actually think for most people, the spring is a better time to do that. We're in the middle of a dead season in January. We're right in the middle of it, right? And so there's all this marketing hype and all this, and you should still keep pursuing your health and fitness. You should still be training, dialing in your nutrition. You should be doing all those things. But again, I've observed that more people tend to do better in the spring, setting those New Year's resolutions. So I tend to think of the new year really as more of the spring as more of a new year rather than January, okay? At least when it comes to goal setting and things like that. This is something that I adhere to, and I found a lot of success with that, and I've seen it work for a lot of my clients as well. Bonus. This goes along with what I've been saying about how fitness is an all-the-time pursuit. The reason that spring 2024 is the best time, for sure, for you to dial in your health and fitness and nutrition is because now is always the best time to start. If you've been sitting on the couch, you've been snacking on Cheetos, you haven't been doing much, you've been thinking about, but you haven't been prioritizing your health and fitness, now is always the best time to start. The longer you put it off, the easier it's going to be for you to continue to put it off. Start now. Now is always the best time to start. So if you haven't been active, you should start now simply because now is always the best time to get started, to get the results that you want. And to the rest of you who have been doing a good job, or even if you don't feel like you've been doing a good job, but you've been struggling through trying to make progress with your health, fitness, nutrition, great. Kudos to you. Pat yourself on the back, give yourself a round of applause, and take a look and see, look at your life, think about how you're feeling, and think okay, does it make sense? Is what Nate's saying, is that resonating with me? And if it is, where can I dial in my health, fitness, nutrition this year in spring of 2024? And if you're a client, let us help you. Let's do a goal review. Reach out to us. We will do a goal review with you, and we will make sure that you have your plan rock solid, dialed in. If you're ready to take things to the next level and just be airtight on your plan, we got you. That's why you're a client. That's why we exist. And for those of you that aren't clients, we would love the opportunity to serve you, to be part of your health and fitness journey. We promise we can get you there faster and in a more enjoyable process than you going solo, okay? So if you're interested in working with us, just click one of these links around here, depending on where you're watching this video, fill out the form, or you can just go to our website, steelstrengthbham.com, fill out the form, and we'll reach out within 24 hours. Usually it's within a couple minutes to schedule a zero pressure consultation to see if we're a good fit to work together. But to all of you, thank you for watching. I hope you have an amazing spring 2024. Let's make this your best quarter, your best spring of health and fitness progress that you have ever experienced.